questions 1 through 10 on the 2002 Grade 8 Gauss Math Contest. The value of 1/2 plus 1/4 is, you get a common denominator, multiply top and bottom by 2, that will give you 2/4 plus 1/4, and therefore add the numerators and you get 3, and the denominator is 4, and therefore this is 3/4. So the answer to number 1 is E. The expression 6 times 1,000 plus 5 times 100 plus 6 times 1 is equivalent to. So we have 6 times 1,000 plus 5 times 100 plus 6 times 1. So 6 times 1,000 is 6,000, 5 times 100 is 500, and then 6 times 1 is 6. So this becomes 6,506. So just be careful when you select the answer, because they're very similar and you might get a little confused just because people are always trying to rush during these math contests since you have such limited time. So the answer to this is B. The value of 3 squared minus 4 times 2. Well, this is one of those where you just have to keep BEDMAS in mind: brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. This is the order in which you do these types of questions. And sometimes it doesn't really matter, and sometimes it does matter. So the first one I'm going to do is brackets, since that's the B. So 4 times 2 is 8. And then I will do the exponent. So 3 to the power of 2 is 9. And therefore, subtraction, obviously, that's the only thing left. 9 minus 8 is 1. So number 3, the answer is C. An integer is divided by 7, and the remainder is 4. An example of such an integer is. So we want a number that, when divided by 7, gives a remainder of 4. Well, 14 divided by 7 is 2 exactly. 15 divided by 7 is 2 with a remainder of 1. 16 divided by 7 is 2 with a remainder of 2. 17 would give 2 with a remainder of 3. And 18 would become 2 with a remainder of 4 when divided by 7. So the answer to number 4 is E. Which of the following expressions is equal to an odd integer? The first one is 3 times 5, 15, plus 1, 16. The second one is 2 times 8, 16. Third one is 3 times 8, 24. The next one is 9, and the last one is 4. So of these, which one is odd? It's 9. So the answer to number 5 is D. Kadama is 6 years older than Jack. Jack is 3 years younger than Doug. If Kadama is 19 years old, how old is Doug? So we'll create some equations here. Kadama is 6 years older than Jack. So Q is equal to J plus 6. And then Jack is 3 years younger than Doug. So J is equal to D minus 3. And they give you the age of Kadama is 19. So we can plug that in to solve for J. So J is equal to 13. And then plug that in here, and we'll get 13 is equal to D minus 3. And therefore D is equal to 16. So Doug is 16 years old. Number 6, the answer is B. The volume of a rectangular box is 144 centimeters cubed. If its length is 12 centimeters and its width is 6, what is its height? So the volume of any rectangular box is length times width times height. And they've told you that the volume is 144, and they've also given you the length, and they've given you the width as well. So all we really have to do is solve for h. So therefore h will be equal to 144 divided by 12 times 6, and this is going to give you a value of 2 for h. So 7, the answer is E. In a jar, the ratio of the number of oatmeal cookies to the number of chocolate chip cookies is 5/2. if there are 20 oatmeal cookies, the number of chocolate chip cookies in the jar is. So oatmeal over chocolate chip is 5/2. So that's our relationship. They tell you that there's 20 oatmeal cookies, and we want to figure out how many chocolate chip. So we use that ratio that they give us. Cross multiply, 2 times 20 is 40, 5C, and therefore C will be 40 divided by 5, and therefore C is equal to 8. So there's 8 chocolate chip cookies. So number 8, the answer is 8, which is choice C. The graph below, bar graph below, shows the number of boys and girls in Mrs. Kuwabara's class. The percentage of students in the class who are girls is. In this class we have, looks like 10 girls, and we have 15 boys. So the percentage of students in the class who are girls would be 10 girls divided by the total, which is 10 plus 15. So that's 10 over 25. And this is 0.4, which is 40%. So number 9, the answer is A. Which of the following statements is not true? A quadrilateral has 4 sides. Well, that's true. The sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. That's true. A rectangle has 4 90 degrees angles. That's true. A triangle can have 2 90-degree angles. Well, if you have a triangle, the sum of the angles is 180, according to B. So if X, Y, and Z equal 180, and 2 of them are 90, that would mean that the third one is equal to 0, right? And you can't have that. You can't have an angle of 0 in a triangle. So obviously D is the one that is not true.